Hi FPO managers, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the Red Zone FPO. My name's Ola. Guys, I know it's been a while. FPL has been on a break from the Premier League's been on a break for about 2 weeks now, and I decided it's an opportunity for me to also take a long break, especially after doing a very big leap in the overall rank world. I went up from 26k in game week 28 to 7k overall rank right now in the world, and I'm super proud. And last game week, even though it was a very low scoring week for everyone, the team did very well, scoring 89 points, and our transferred in player delivering 17 points and 34 points as captain. I indeed took a risk bringing in Bruno Fernandes, and I captained him, and guys, it worked. Like literally right now, I want Manchester United to make the Champions League sport. I hope they really climb up the table. This is how much the Bruno Fernandes points return, has gotten me excited. I was really praying he does deliver because I knew I was taking a risk if I captain this fella. I had Marmoush in the team, but it was too much of a risk to captain Marmoush, so I decided to go with Bruno Fernandes. So guys, before I go further into the video, I'm just gonna say in this video we'll be talking about the points review from last game week, my team going forward, my decisions, what players I might want to bring in. But guys, I don't think I'm gonna be doing too much. I will just hang on to my team, probably even roll up my transfer into the next coming game week, and hopefully to get a clearer view of the double game week 32 and 33 teams, and we can get those players into our team. That's my plan. So I'm not looking to push any transfers or bring in any players just at the moment. So guys, yep, 7k overall rank in the world right now. Last game week we did take a risk and brought in Bruno Fernandes and took out Jacob Murphy, and as well as taking out the suspended Cunha, I brought in Evan Nielsen, even though Evan Nielsen blanked. I indeed expected more. Also, last game week I brought in Nori for his game against Southampton. I expected way more. He didn't really deliver, but not the worst. I can do with that because the rest of the team did very fairly. Yep, star of the week for me, I would say, was Elanga. I wasn't expecting Elanga to come through. I think he delivered an hat-trick of assists, I think. Okay, oh, 2 goals scored, clean sheet points. Guys, I can't ask for more, man. Super proud of my boy Elanga. I've had him for a minute as well. He blanked like 4 5 game weeks straight, and guys, he returned on the game week that I think I really needed him. So in this video, I'll be talking about players to target, teams to go for, defenses to target, attacks to target, and yeah, basically just does this, and then you can as well have these players to target and teams to target structured around your double game week teams and players that you will be bringing into your team. So what I'm basically saying is you have a double game week player in your team, and then you can as well have these certain names and players that I would be mentioning on certain teams that I would be saying you can target. You can also mix them up in your team. For example, we're not sure if Aston Villa will be having any double game week soon, but their fixture difficulty rating is very nice. So I would say to have 1 or 2 Aston Villa players in your team. So I would be sharing exactly an idea of how you could do that to have these players mix up with your double game week players in your team. So guys, and moving on, I think I'm gonna leave my team like this to get into game week 30. I would just roll my transfer. I have a very decent lineup with Marmoush playing Leicester City at home, Evan Nielsen playing Ipswich at home, Ishak playing Brentford at home, Alanga playing Man United at home. They do have a chance there to get points, and as well as Bruno Fernandes playing Nottingham Forest away. I think that's going to be an open game. Elanga scoring his own points, Bruno Fernandes scoring points for Man United. So I'm not in any panic having these two playing against each other. Mohamed Salah against Everton, big game. I've got him on the captaincy. I think it should be a good one. Otherwise, my next best captain might just be Ishak, as well as I've got an eye on Evan Nielsen. But yeah, the chances of those other two guys blanking, also even Marmoush, I will literally got 4 captain options for this game week, I would say, guys. So quite an interesting one. But for now, I think I'll leave the armband with Mo Salah. And yeah, Munoz in the defense, Nori against West Ham, Gabriel against Fulham, quite positive. The only place I might be looking to spend my transfer is maybe to get rid of Pickford. But then if I'm white carding in game week 31, what's the need of getting rid of Pickford right now? It's just a game against Liverpool and I really don't mind. So, yep, I'm expecting 2 points or maybe a 1 point from that game. But, yep, that's pretty much it from Pickford. And then on my bench, I've got Robinson, Cole Palmer, and Mikolenko. Initially, these guys, I've planned to bench them this game week, and yep, so far so good. It's going to plan because they are actually injured, so there's really no reason to want to keep them in the team or have them in the starting 11. So if I would spend any transfer this game week, it's either gonna be on Pickford to a keeper that's got a better fixture, or I'm gonna get rid of Cole Palmer and use it to your money to strengthen the squad. But like I said, if I'm playing a wild card in game week 31, I really do not see a reason why I should, spend my transfer right now for just a one game week correction. So guys, on to the next segment in the video. All right, FPL managers, welcome to the next segment of the video. So guys, this segment of the video, we will be looking at what teams we can target and players we can have until the end of the season. So even without the knowledge of a double game week uh, teams and the players, we would just have to make a team that would, run till the end of the season. So I mean players that have got good fixture rating and teams that have got good fixture rating to the end. So I do have a list of players and a few teams that we could target. So, starting with Bournemouth. Bournemouth have got a very decent fixture run until the end of the season. And same goes for Brighton, but I wouldn't be investing in too many Brighton players. Liverpool have got a good fixture run just without at least until game week 34. Liverpool do have a good fixture run, except they do not double in any of those double game weeks. And Man City do have a good fixture run and stand a chance to have a double game week as well in one of these double game weeks. So we are looking and waiting for the announcement of that. So guys, I would be honest, any managers telling you or content creator telling you about wildcard team right now in game week 30, guys, I think you're just gonna be wasting your chip because until the Premier League teams have played in the cup tournament, we are not sure exactly what teams to target and what players to go for. So guys, the best thing would be, especially for those people who do not have the luxury of a wild card, you could really make do with this video because you could just target players that have a good run of games that have the chance to haul and return points, So guys, I have made up a few list of players, comprising of teams like I mentioned earlier, teams like Man City, Liverpool, Bournemouth, Newcastle, of course, Crystal Palace, of course, because they do have the a short double game week, which we are aware of in game week 32. So, but we are not sure what teams would double in game week 33. So, I'm not looking at including those players in the team. So what I've done is just include as many players as possible that play in the double game week 32 and players that have a good fixture run until the end of the season. So guys, that is what we've done so far, and I would be taking you to a team that I have designed. So this is what my wildcard team is looking like. So if you are looking to play a wildcard this game week and beat game week 32, double game week 32 in mind, I'll think this is the best or the most you can do because we are not just sure of what teams we double in game week 33 and the weeks ahead, like in 36, if there will be a double game week, we're not sure. So guys, this is the best I think we could come up with. I have Mamush on the bench, Duran Timber on the bench, Hodgson of Bournemouth on the bench. I left my second choice goalkeeper remaining Vadimarsin. I don't know if I want to have a playing goalkeeper. Perhaps when I do play my wild card in game week 31, I would have a playing goalkeeper. Maybe I'll hold on to Pope and Sa, or I'll hold on to Pope and Henderson, depending what the budget in my team says. So guys, to the starting 11, I have Ishak, obviously with that double game week to come in mind. So Ishak starting, and from game week 30. He's got Brentford, Leicester, Man United, Crystal Palace in game week 32. So yeah, I indeed with this wildcard team, I have managed to gather triple Newcastle, triple Crystal Palace, whom are the doublers in game week 32. So guys, it's pretty decent team, I'll say. I could really avoid Ismail Assar, guys, but I chose to have him in my team because a lot of people might never have owned him in FPL, so they might be looking forward to have him in their team. He's a decent one. Hopefully, his form is still up there to keep returning points. And again, in game week 30 is Southampton, so he's a very good one if you want to have him now and risk having him in the double game week against Man City and Newcastle. I wouldn't say he's a very brilliant asset, guys, because I've owned this guy for 5, 6 game weeks earlier in the season and he returned just once. So if you have the heart to take that, good luck with it. Ismail Assar, decent pick in the midfield because of his double game week. Folding because City do have probably a potential double game week in the front that would be announced if they progress in the cup, um, in the cup tournament. And as well, they do have a decent run of games. So guys, we cannot overlook them. I would have gone with Erling Haaland as well to be my team, but with squad value and everything into consideration, we do have 4.3 million in the bank, but I don't think I want to invest on having Erling Haaland with this crop of players because I do have a good bench. I have Mamush that could easily come in and join the attack and play with the rest of the team. So yep, I've got Mamush there. I've got you know Clivert that could interchange when the game weeks the fixtures are bad. You know, Timber could play on a game week when there is a decent fixture for Arsenal where they could return defensively. So yeah, I've gone double Arsenal defense there if you notice what I've done, guys. So yeah, that's the plan moving forward. It could be a double Arsenal defense for me or double Liverpool defense for me. So up to the next session in the video, guys, to show you the few list of players that I have made up for you. Alright guys, so like I mentioned earlier in the video, I said even if we are targeting players that do have a double game week, we should also be targeting teams and players that stand a chance to return points, maybe get a haul or keep clean sheets, points and stuff like that. So looking at the official difficulty ratings and also the performances of these defenses throughout the season, I think Arsenal, Liverpool, and Newcastle defenses are way to go. Like when I say way to go, you could actually double up on either of these teams until the end of the season. Like you could do a Timber and Raya or Gabriel and Raya or Gabriel Timber combination, or you could do an Allison and Van Dyke or Allison Konate combination. If you have the funds, you could do a Trent and Allison or a Trent Van Dyke combination. And then for Newcastle, I would say I put them in this list just because they've got the double game week and might as well even double. So could be a double game week for Newcastle. I think sometime in the season they do probably stand that chance as well. I'm not that sure about that, but yeah, I fancy the Newcastle defense, especially with the returns that their defenders have given this season. Talking about what Luis has done earlier, what Trippier can do, what Livramento can do. So these guys are staying in my team. If I was really gonna just look to maintain a status quo of keeping players that should return points, and because of the official difficulty rating being decent, I would look to hold on to these guys. So Gabriel for Arsenal, Van Dijk for Liverpool, Bond of Newcastle, Trippier of Newcastle, Alisson, Timber of Arsenal, Skelly of Arsenal, Konate, Livramento, Pope, the goalkeeper of Newcastle, Trent, and Raya, the goalkeeper of Arsenal. So yeah, just to name a few guys. And yeah, guys, moving forward, a few decent attackers and midfielders you could, mix up in your team, whether you're bringing in a double game week player or not. You should actually be looking to make room for either of these attacking players. Talking about Ollie Watkins of Aston Villa, Foden of Manchester City, because they do have a good fixture run and might just have a double game week ahead as well. So all these put into consideration, we cannot overlook Man City players. So yeah, we do have the first column on the left with Haaland, Marmush, Foden, and Watkins. And the other column, I've got the Bournemouth attackers in Evan and Clivert. And then I have Asensio, Villa, and Havertz of Arsenal. Watkins of Villa as well is there. I mentioned him earlier. Isak of Newcastle. No need to talk too much about Isak. We know Isak is FPL asset right now. Is whether the fixtures are good or not, he bangs the goals and gets the points. So Ishak would, mm, in quotes, I would own, not really want to own Wood, but you can own him because he has actually made a statement this season. So if you want to have him and has a ride to the end of the season, fine. I think he would still deliver some points, but there is a greater ceiling, higher ceiling for certain other players. In fact, that's why Konya is on that list. I think if Konya comes back from suspension, he's still gonna meet a whole lot of points return. Same goes for Mateta. He's still got a whole lot of points return to give us this season. Evan Nielsen, I think the ceiling is there for him. Haaland, Marmoush, Watkins, we can't speak enough about these few people I've mentioned. I think this ceiling is there for them to really deliver points. And now to the last part of the video, guys. So this will be my team for game week 30. I am looking to roll my transfer this game week and maintain the same team like I mentioned earlier. So the armband is currently on Mohamed Salah. I might consider Marmoush. I might consider Ishak. I might consider Evan Nielsen. Like that's how good the team is right now. I'm super proud to own this squad of 11 players. And on my bench are the yellow flagged players, so I'm really not bothered about that. Their injuries are coming at the very right time. Like I'm not looking to play any of them, whether Palmer, whether Mikolenko or Robinson. So I'm very much happy with my starting 11, and I'm hoping this will do the job for game week 30, and then I can look to either wild card or keep rolling on with the team and making transfers that will make this team look pretty decent. So yep, that's what happened when you take calculated risk by keeping Ishak, holding on to Salah. I know a lot of people do not have Mohamed Salah right now and are looking to spend funds just to make room for Salah, which shouldn't have been the case in the first place if you were, properly planning, in my opinion. So yeah, like I say, we've got literally 3 to 4 captains for the game week, and I'm very proud to have this in my team, guys. So that'll be it for the video for now. I might make one more video, deciding my team selection, final team selection, before the game week deadline on Tuesday 6:15 I think p.m. But for now, this is me, this is my team, 7K rank in the world, looking to go higher up the rank. Guys, if you do enjoy the video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, leave your questions. I'm happy to engage, and I wish you all a good one. Stay on the side of the green arrow. Good luck, everybody. See you all next time.